What's up everyone? Today we're going to be installing a TowPro Liberty brake controller from Redarc on this 2024 Tacoma. My name is Matt from Overland Outfitters. I'm one of the techs here. This video is going to show you how to install it, what wires to tap into, and where to place your control module. To start this thing off, you're going to be in the back seat on the driver's side. You're going to have to flip up the seats to start. There's a little clip here on the side that you just click the button in to keep the seat up. Then once you're there, you're gonna pop all these little clips, they're little button clips, you push them in and they unlock, and then you can pull them out. So you undo all the ones along the top. You're gonna need to pop off the sill plates here. They're easy, they just lift up, or you can get a pry tool and pry underneath. Just be careful you don't scratch anything. Then you'll pull all this plastic trim that's around below the seat, click that forward. Once you have that stuff out, there's kind of a tub underneath here. That tub, you'll lift it up, but you don't have to take it right out because there's clips under the back of the seat that are really hard to get at. So you can just kind of pull it and you'll feel it pop around the metal that's there. But you can do it that way and it works just fine. So once you have your plastic removed and your sill plate removed, you'll see the wire loom that runs along the inside of the frame here. You'll need to pull that out and just be super careful. You can cut the tape that's on there. There is a hard rubber casing around it, but you don't want to cut through that. You just want to cut it just enough to get that tape off. Once you have the tape off, then you can unravel it and you can see all the wires that are inside. You're looking for kind of like a really light green, almost like a mint green wire. In this truck I found two. There's a really thin one and a slightly thicker one. The slightly thicker one I tested and found that that was the right wire for the third brake light to get my brake signal. So that's the one we're going to be tapping into. I suggest you test yours too before you just start cutting wires. So I tapped into it with a voltmeter and I checked to make sure that when someone pressed the brakes, there was 12 volts or 13 volts, which there was. And when they let off the brakes, then the voltage went away. So that is my third brake. I found that based on a wiring diagram and testing. So on these newer vehicles with electronic braking and active cruise control, there's a lot more you have to be careful of. So Redarc has this thing called an EPDM. It's an electronic protection device, which is this little device here. It's a little black plug with 3 wires coming out of it, which will show you how those wire in to the control module. Basically just a diode that goes in line on the brake light circuit so that you don't backfeed power back into the computer and screw up the electronics or anything like that. On the EPDM, it shows you there's a number 1, 2, and 3. The middle one is number 2, it's the orange wire. That's gonna be your incoming power from your brake signal. Number 1 is gonna be your outgoing power from the brake signal. And wire 3 is what's gonna go to the control module for the brake signal. Coming over to the passenger side, this is where you're gonna find the blue wire that goes to the rear plug of the truck. So there is a blue wire and it is wired up into this module, but it deadheads at the module. There is no wire beyond it going into the rest of the truck. So what we're gonna do is just cut the blue wire and then we're gonna tap the control module wire into this blue wire, and that will be our brake circuit signal out to the trailer. For the power for the control module, it's gonna be run up under the sill plates all the way up to the front to the battery, which is on the passenger side of the vehicle. So we're just gonna run our wires under the seat and then put some fish tape through the sill plate so we can tape our wires to it. Then we're gonna go up into the bulkhead and we're gonna push through the grommet. There's usually a lot of room on the sides of the grommet, so we can poke through, pull our wires, and then we can wire it to the battery with a fuse. Okay, so we have everything wired into the factory harness now, and the control module is wired up. For mounting our module, we just mounted it behind the plastic panel that's gonna be here with some double-sided tape. I just stuck it up against there so it's tucked away, it's hidden, and the wires run nicely back into the door sill, and you can put your cover over it and it's good to go. For the control module switch, because the module is in the back of the truck, you're gonna need to buy a longer extension cable for the switch. So we got a 10-foot extension cable for ours, which is an additional part that you have to buy on top of the kit. Then we ran that through the door sill on the driver's side, all the way up to the front, and then up behind the bulkhead and into the dash. And for the switch, we found a blank that we were able to just drill out, make the switch fit, and makes for a nice clean install on the dash. So we found this blank in the dash and we were able to pop it out. What we did was we trimmed the back and we filed out some spots on it so that we could make some room for the switch to fit, because there was just a lot of molding and casing in there from the factory production of it. So after sanding it out and grinding it, we were able to drill a hole to the right size, fit the control module switch into it, and install it. Made a nice clean finish. I really hope this install video helps you guys. When I was looking on how to do the install, there was not a lot of information out there. So I figured why not make a video about it and get this out to the rest of the world, being that these trucks are so new. I'm sure it'll help someone along the way. So stay tuned for more install tips and have a great day.